My name is Benji, and I am a lead software engineer here at Sift. Excited to show you something that we've been working on over the past few months, which is Sift Edge. So if you're an existing Sift customer, you likely are already quite familiar with our Explore page in our web application. Sift Edge is essentially the core exploration experience brought to a native desktop application to service the needs of hardware tests that operate in network-constrained or offline environments. We understand that a lot of hardware testing happens under those constraints, and you need to be able to see your data as close to real time as possible. And we wanted to unlock that capability for our customers, and thus we have Sift Edge. So here today, I want to give you a quick demo of some capabilities that Sift Edge offers you today, starting with this Explore page. So here I have an asset, which is some racing simulator data that I prepared in advance, currently streaming into Sift Edge. So I have this asset selected, and I have 3 channels selected in this acceleration tab that I have plotted right here. I have some acceleration sensor values, and if I were to go ahead and search for these values, you'll see that I already have them plotted. For demonstrative purposes, I'm going to unplot them and replot them. What I'd like to do now is plot alongside my acceleration data my local velocity. So I'll make use of the channel fuzzy search finder and look for my local velocity channels and go ahead and plot them alongside our acceleration data. Now you'll notice that this created quite the shift in the y-axis. So what I'd like to do instead to avoid that shift is go ahead and unplot those channels, open up a new tab, and let's go ahead and call this local velocity, and then select my local velocity channels and plot all. And now I want to take this and do a horizontal split so that I have 2 panes allowing me to view my acceleration and my local velocity side by side. I also have currently plotted a brake torque set of channels in a separate tab. I can take this and create a separate pane as well. And what I would like to demonstrate next is a time series axis chart isn't always suitable for all my data visualization needs. Sometimes I just want a quick idea of what the current value is. So I'm going to use the current value table that Sift Edge currently has and select my brake torque channels, plot all, and do a horizontal split so that my brake torque time series values and the current values are living side by side. Here you can see those channels update. So I have my current values being demonstrated as well as some historical values, as well as the live data coming in. So if I wanted to do some historical data exploration, all I would need to do is simply, let me go ahead and move over to the acceleration tab I have over here, is unselect live and then select the date time picker, and either set absolute time or take the relative time and set it to a different value. And here I can do some scroll back and see some data from the past. So if you're coming from the Sift web application, this should feel quite familiar. And one more thing I wanted to highlight is that you can have multiple assets streaming, but you might not want to have all of the different assets on the same workspace because that might create some clutter. We have top level tabs as well, so that you can have separate workspaces. In this workspace, I have my MacBook Telemetry streaming into Sift Edge. And if I wanted to, I can also collapse this sidebar here so that I have more real estate for my data visualizations. Now, one more thing I wanted to highlight about Sift Edge before we conclude is that, of course, all of this data is being sent to a backend, a Sift Edge backend that you are hosting on your machine, either the machine that is running the GUI or some other machine that is in your network, which you can connect to right here. So currently I'm connected to a local Sift Edge instance, but of course you can configure different profiles and connect to different instances of Sift Edge if you choose. Now, this data should go eventually to a single source of truth where you can do your data review and do your collaboration and make decisions as an organization about, the state of your hardware. So what we want to also give you the capabilities for is to seamlessly upload this into your Sift tenant, whether you're deployed on-premise, on your own cloud, or using Sift Cloud. If you were to click on the data sources page over here in the nav bar, if you were to select, let's say, runs, you can look for the run that you're interested in uploading to Sift, select it, and then upload it to your tenant. So if I were to click upload, what it would then do is start a job, which you can see in your jobs page over here. And here you will see the progress of your jobs as well as a list of jobs that have already completed. So you'll see here all the other runs that I already have uploaded to my Sift tenant, our dev instance in the cloud. That is everything I wanted to show you today about Sift Edge's current capabilities. We have a lot of other exciting features in the horizon, and we're excited to deliver them to you. And if you are interested, please follow along.